Hello, Sagittarius. Hello, Leo. Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. Happy weekend to you. I hope you're well. If you are here for the first time, thank you. Thank you for clicking here. I hope you will stay. I hope you will subscribe. And if you do, please hit the bell button because my upload schedule has been a little bit wacky. So here I am on a Saturday for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Somebody said in the comments last week, how come we haven't seen the Kipper? So this week we're starting out with the Kipper. And yeah, we're going to do the readings that way. So thank you for clicking here. If you're my ride or die, you do that all the time. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for buying the extendeds and the way that you are in the comments with me and the thumbs up you give me, all the love you show me. Leo, Sagittarius, thank you so much. So I am going to read for Leo first. So Sagittarius, if you will just scroll along, I'll be with you in just a second. All right, here we go, Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We're going to start with this Kipper here. Find out what's going on with you. We start off with the Coffin card. So there is change in the air, it looks like, for you, Leo. Something is transforming here. It might be a thought pattern. And, you know, this person, we see this person in poverty. We've seen this card before. And I feel like a few things, as an energy reader, I feel a few things when I see this and feel this card. What I feel is a new beginning, that somebody has decided that they are no longer going to live in poverty. They've come up either with an idea or an escape plan or, you know, or whatever it is. It's a transformational moment here in life. And understand that poverty doesn't have to mean money. You can be impoverished and be rich. It's a state of mind. It's scarcity. It's like, I'll never have enough. I am not enough. And that can be poverty as well. So it feels like there is some sort of transformational energy here for you, Leo, that you are possibly ending an era or a cycle of feeling not enough. That you're not enough, that you don't have enough. I could be speaking to someone who is mature masculine. Please know that this mature man, as it says here on the card, also has feminine energy, so masculine or feminine. Take it as that resonates. But we do have the mature man here. It feels as though somebody is now thinking differently as they're getting older. And I think, Leo, as you're getting older, you do have thoughts of things that maybe you wished happened, or you do have thoughts of someone in the past. But I feel as though the transformation in thinking or in feeling in lack has turned you into the mature man. So I feel like you've gone through cycles and cycles and cycles of being hurt or being thrown back in poverty, whether that's physically, spiritually, or mentally. And I also feel as though this poverty is what has made you grown. It's grown you up to here. Yeah. It feels like there is going to be some sort of transformational moment. If it hasn't happened for you already, it's about to happen. A transformational thought pattern here that is going to send you on a different way of thinking, a more grown-up, mature sort of way of thinking here. Because I think you have realized that it really, if you do want to settle down, if you decide you want to be serious with somebody and you do want to settle down into a courtship, some sort of a stability of a relationship, that this is really the thought process. I think you need to get yourself out of the impoverished ideas or feelings, and it's time to grow up. And I think that you've had a lot of transition in your life. I feel like you've had a lot of hard times in relationships, in your thought patterns. Leo, you are a fixed sign. I know that when you're on a thought pattern, sometimes it's hard to get out of that thought pattern. We do have card number 16, which reminds me of the Tower. So it almost feels as though you've had some type of realization about the person that is in the picture, possibly. Take your side, whether you're the feminine or the masculine, right? And it feels as though you are thinking about someone here. Yeah, someone who you have romantic feelings for, I think. And I feel like it almost feels as if either knowing this person has sent you on this journey of self and now you feel like you want to settle down, or it is just a change of thinking and now you're thinking about relationships as it pertains to, as you're aging, right? And you don't really have to be that old. Some people have those thoughts in the younger years as well, right? It's not necessarily, this is more wisdom than anything, I think. The mature man is more about wisdom than anything. So it could be wisdom now that you have about relationships, about ending relationships or how to end relationships. All right, what else do we have here, please, for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Leo. We've got the Four of Swords. So some type of healing is going on here, which is very evident of these Kipper cards, I think. Yeah. There is some transformational energy here. There is some healing that's going on here. I love it, Leo. You are transforming or changing energies, ending. You could be someone who's decided you're coming out of hiding, because in the Four of Swords, you're not really communicating with people, right? In the Four of Swords, you're more staying to yourself. So it feels like either you're coming out of hiding or you've had some sort of transformation while you were in your healing. We have the Queen of Wands here. It could be about someone who is Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. This could be someone that you wish to transform the energy with, or someone you're coming out of hiding for. We've got Scorpio energy here as well. You're thinking about courtship, so this could be the person that you're thinking about. Should the Queen of Wands, whether feminine or masculine, be your choice? We have the Knave of Wands, who is the Page. The Page of Wands is in the reverse. We have the Sun in the reverse. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so bottom of the deck we have the Three of Wands. I'm sorry for the noise outside. If it's bothersome, it's not a thing I can do about it. So, all right. So we have Four of Swords and the Knave of Wands in the reverse, or the Page of Wands in the reverse. It feels like right now you are in healing. I feel as though you aren't ready to communicate with anyone. The Page of Wands is usually the fun, flirty, passionate communication, right? This person's being very reserved, not really taking action. I'm not really sure of the way I'm supposed to go. There's hesitation with the Page of Wands in the reverse. It's hesitation about healing. Is this really what healing is? Am I healing? Yeah. Being by yourself and with your thoughts, and not necessarily taking action right now. I feel like what is going to transform is, I feel that you are going to get greater clarity about the Queen of Wands. The Sun is here in the reverse, and the Sun is always the Sun, but I feel like when you're in the Sun in the reverse, it's like there's really not much growth here. Like it feels warm and it's good, and we've got clarity and we're happy and things are going fairly well, but I feel like the Sun in the reverse is no growth. You're not really growing from here. So you're kind of in your rut, and you're in your clear rut, right? Happy rut, but nonetheless, and the Death card is here. So I feel like the transformational energy here is going to put the Sun in the upright, likely. This could also mean family issues in the family, or issues with children. We have your energy here, Leo, right? And that's why I'm concerned with the Sun being in the reverse, because it almost feels like you're not inspired, or you haven't been inspired in a while, but I feel like the Death card is your inspiration or your transformational thinking pattern here. So I feel like you've for a while been uninspired and not really willing to do anything, but it does feel like you are going to have some sort of an inspiration, whether it be from a person or inspired to move forward. when something ends, something will begin. So possibly you've decided to come out of this Four of Swords, come out of the hiding, not really saying much, spotty communication, and maybe it's time to speak to this person. You may have not speaking with them for a while. The Three of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands that either you feel like you've been waiting for someone like this for a while. You've been waiting a long while for someone like this. The Queen of Wands is someone who is beautiful on the outside and very passionate on the inside. This person's very driven. This person doesn't really take your orders. They do their own thing. This probably is a person who's a business owner, likely. It feels as though it's taken a long time to get here. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so it feels like you feel like the ships are coming in here, Leo, and the ships that are coming in the future is that you're going to be able to open up a conversation with someone that you've been waiting to tell your feelings to. Two of Cups and Seven of Pentacles. So you've been waiting to tell somebody about how you feel about them. And I feel that this transformation is going on at this time. Yeah, for some of you, it's happening right now. And if it isn't happening yet, if it's supposed to happen, it's going to happen soon. It feels like a realization. The transformative energy is that you realize that there's no growth. And I think you want to change that. You want to get out of your rut and you want to move forward. And I feel like you've been in this energy for a long while. I feel like you've been there for quite some time here. All right. Let's take a look at some alignment. For Leo, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Here we go. We have the birds. Got some chitter chatter or maybe gossip going on, possibly. A group of people that you know. Bottom of the deck, we have the masks. So somebody is wearing a mask, which is keeping them from their abundance and some kind of beautiful energy. Star-like energy. Keeping you possibly from a great love. Absolutely. Hiding behind your mask, I feel, is what is keeping you from the Six of Cups. Yeah. All right, so we do have... we have a lot of chitter chatter. So you know what? I think a lot of people are in your ear, Leo. I think a lot of people are in your ear about whether or not you should entertain some type of relationship. And we have the Page of Wands in the reverse that tells me you're currently not doing anything about it. In fact, I feel that you are overwhelmed. The Seven of Pentacles is here. I feel like you're overwhelmed and that's why you're waiting. That maybe there's too many people in your ear. Yeah. And I think that they are chitter-chattering to you about some type of partnership, right? This is card number 3. To me, it's like partnership or getting on each other's team, building something together. And then we have 4, which is the step up, which is the courtship, right? All right. It's somebody that you already know or someone that you'd like to have a second chance with. And that you... it feels as though you think that this is over. But I don't think that it is. I feel as though you're allowing too many people in your ear. And some of those people don't want you to move forward. Look, the Ace of Pentacles is a big deal. It's going to change your life, Leo, and it's going to change the life of whoever you offer it to. And I feel that your friends, or this, I don't know if they're a friend group or a group of friends or a group of people that you know, maybe family, and these people are saying, no, this is dead and gone. Don't even try and revive it. Don't even go in there with an offer. But I think that based on knowledge or based on maybe there's something you're not telling someone since you've had this transformation, I feel like the secret is that you're ready to invest somewhere because you've realized now that you have been stagnant or in the spot that you're in for a very long time, and you had a very... I don't think you had a very good outlook on family and children and being involved in that way. It could be because of something that you're holding in the book of secrets here, something that you're not telling anybody. It feels like you do want to get involved with someone here, that the courtship card is here for a reason. And it feels as though you're holding some type of secret since you've had the change of mind, or the transformational energy has showed itself here. You want to get some balance here, and I feel that since you've been spending time alone by yourself, it looks like you're ready to communicate with somebody. You have been wondering whether you should bother with the Queen of Wands. I think that, and I don't mean that in a terrible way, but you know what I mean. You're wondering whether you want to get into the courtship. You've got a lot of people in your ear. I feel like you're keeping it to yourself, and you're going to make your own decision, whatever's going to be best for you with the Justice card, whatever's going to give you the most balance and bang for your buck, or, you know, the best investment to make. I think that you'll make that secretly. I don't think you'll tell anyone, because when you're in transformation, you don't tell a whole lot of people that you're in transformation. You usually don't notice it right away. Yeah. So I think that there is somebody here who is Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. Could also be the Queen of Pentacles here, who is who's mimicking the Empress, right? She is the earth energy, who is Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. It feels as though there's been a very long and ongoing, slow-moving sort of energy, and I think that you've caught some wisdom in all of it. There's a slow-moving opportunity. It's like you're not really sure about the opportunity because the two doors are here, right? You want the balance, and then 2 and 2 is 4, and this is card number 4. I feel like you want the courtship, but it also feels like you're scared. Yeah, that you've been taking a long time to make this decision because you're not exactly sure where it goes from here. So what is the challenge for the week ahead for Leo, please? What's the challenge for Leo? What's the challenge for Leo? Wow. The challenge for Leo is you got to get moving. Yeah. The tower's here. The thing is if you don't get moving, I know you're moving slow, but if you don't get moving, the tower is going to be here. And the tower is going to shake you right out of your tree. Shake you right out of your tree. You've been sitting here trying to make this decision for a while, but I feel as though this energy here, Scorpio energy of the Death card, changes everything. I feel like you now want to share what's in your book of knowledge and secrets, and it feels as though you're ready to make some sort of commitment or invest in something, begin a relationship of sorts. And I feel like you think it's going to be a 10 of Pentacles kind of relationship, but you need to get out of this energy. Once you transform out of that energy, you've been here for a while, I think it takes you here. I feel like you are going to try and communicate with someone after being in hermit mode for a while. Who are you communicating with? Well, you're communicating about the Ace of Cups, which is, you know, asking someone if they will be yours, telling them about your feelings, letting them know. It feels like you have wisdom now about that maybe you should have shared your feelings, because it feels as though somebody has given up on the connection or feels sad about what happened in the past. It feels like we wanted the 6 of Cups, or, you know, somebody is so focused on what they've lost, the 5 Cups here, they're forgetting that there are 3 Cups here as well, right? 2 on here and 1 there. So there is some sort of a reunion that can take place here if you want it, but I do believe that you're going to have to be the one that reaches out, Leo. That 8 of Wands tells me that you're going to have to reach out and let this person know that you have feelings for them. You're behind the fear wall currently, and you do know that this person is your 9 of Cups. I feel like with the King of Swords here, that there is going to be some sort of communication. Yeah, very straightforward, very honest communication about your feelings, and that you know that this person is probably more significant in your life than you had realized in the beginning. I feel like if you don't move forward, I feel probably within the next little bit, you are going to get the Tower. And the Tower, I mean, is I feel mercy. I always say that the Tower is mercy, because you can't stay where you are. You can't stay stuck in that Hanged Man energy. It doesn't do anything for you. You can't move forward to justice if you're going to be stuck in the Hanged Man energy. So I feel if you are the person who's hermiting or stuck in Hanged Man, can't make a decision, not sure where to go from here, I feel like you're about to be shaken out of your tree. You're going to be making a decision of sorts. Yeah. A decision about who you want to be with, I think. Let's get some details. Let's get some details on the person that we may be talking about for you, Leo. These could be details that are yours or your person's. Let's take a look. So this person could have light eyes. Maybe you do. They could have air in the chart. Cancer. I was kind of feeling that, actually, the air in the chart thing. It feels like it's somebody who's really smart, like who always prides themselves on making really intelligent decisions in their life. But this particular one, as it pertains to feelings, is absolutely tough, Leo, for you. I think that you're a good decision maker, that you're highly intuitive, Cancer energy, and that you're really smart. But I feel like this one has you stumped. That you know what you want to do, but you don't, like you feel powerless to get it. You're moving really slow towards the crossroads here to get some balance. You or your person could be a business owner. Someone here seeks clarity. So it feels like somebody here has heavy air probably, or is very cerebral. We have someone who's small in stature or shorter. You or them, they could have earth in the chart, and if they do, they come up as very confident. Make sure that you use your intuition to know if this is the right person or not. There could be fire in the chart. We've pretty much covered the gamut, I think. So I'm going to go from here. Thank you so much for coming and watching, Leo, and I will be back with your sneak peek on Monday or Tuesday, and then I will be back with another reading for you in the midweek. Thanks so much. Thanks, guys. I'm out for now. See you in the comments. Bye-bye. Hello, Sagittarius. Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. How the heck are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. Thanks for scrolling along to this video. I do appreciate you. I'm your Saggy sister, so welcome, welcome. If you are the person who always leaves your thumbs up, I do appreciate you. And if you aren't, if you could start being that person, then we could find more Sagittarius energy for sure. All right, here we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is for Sagittarius. Thank you so much for all of you, the way you love me. Thank you for your extended purchases and the way that you communicate with me and the thumbs up that you give me. I appreciate you so much. All right, here we go. All right, we've got the Thief. Something has been lost or taken. There's big change here. Something that was taken from you. Something that was taken from you and brought great change. Sagittarius. Could be something to do with the home or family. We have the mature man. The mature man, of course, does have feminine energy, so just be aware that we're not reading body parts here. We are reading feminine and masculine energies, although the mature man is likely leaning toward the masculine side, also has feminine energy. It feels as though there was a change that was made in terms of family or home or hearth or whatever it is. It feels like something was taken from this mature man and it caused change. Tell me what that is, please. Tell me about Thief. Why the change? Thoughts of someone else has brought change in the family room. Somebody is thinking about something that they lost or someone that they lost. I feel it's probably a masculine, thinking about whoever is your masculine or feminine. It feels like predominantly masculine energy, but I feel as though there's been some type of great change in your thinking and how you think about family and relationships. It feels like you've lost some things as it pertains to family. You feel as though it was stolen from you or taken from you. I feel like you're the kind of person who likes to be in a relationship where there is family, where you're in a family unit and you're in some type of This is card number 21, which is a 3. You're in some type of partnership. So I feel like the mature man has had a change of thinking, and it's caused a tower. This is the card number 16 to me in the tarot is the tower. It feels like somebody is now feeling as though they lost something or something was taken from them, whether you're feminine or masculine. So, and it's left you in poverty. It's leaving you in the thought process of poverty, as though you've lost, or you're never going to make ground, or you're never going to gain it back, or never going to find it again. It's a feeling of scarcity, right? Right. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This also could be about somebody who has had a change of residence, lost a family. Maybe the family is broken up. We've got the 7 of Wands, standing our ground. Because they're making a decision. So I think you stood your ground and made a decision here, Sag, or will be. About destiny. Interesting. You are standing your ground about making a decision to change destiny or to invite destiny, or I feel as though it's always been there for you, right there. Like you could reach out and grab it, but you had to make the decision that you believed that you could receive it. The Wheel of Fortune is about abundance, right? Is about abundance and things that are fortunate. It's about destiny and divine timing. And it's about great change, which we have right here. It's about a lot of change. It feels as though somebody here has made a decision with the universe and said, maybe out loud, look, yeah, I'm good. I'm ready to change. I've made the decision that I'm ready to change. We have the 9 of Swords. We have the 4 of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. We're looking at the Knight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So it feels to me that somebody is in the wrong frame of mind or the mindset of scarcity. It feels like the 9 of Swords tells me that there is a lot of worry about things that have not happened yet. Also, a lot of worry about things you cannot change. And I think you're stuck in that thought pattern, Sag. That I think you try really hard to move forward positively, but I think that you are sort of stuck in this 9 of Swords energy of worry. Looking at the past, looking too far forward, which means you're not living in this moment. Yeah. It feels like there is a decision. There's a decision that you are making regarding holding on to something or not sharing of anything. It feels like a decision has been made about the 4 of Pentacles. So maybe the decision is, I got to stop keeping to myself. I have to share a little more. Because I feel that that may bring on the Wheel of Fortune energy. We have the Queen of Cups, and it feels like somebody here has been sort of behind a brick wall. Yeah, like I'm not really sharing anything in love. I'm not sharing my emotions. I worry that people maybe see me as someone who doesn't really, share emotions. And I mean, Sag, you're the person who's always fun and light and, making everybody laugh and feel comfortable. But I feel as though that sometimes you get into an energy where, as it pertains to romance, and you hold on so tightly that you start to worry. Remember that the 4 of Pentacles is sort of like saying to the universe, I don't trust you. I don't trust that you're going to bring me what I need. And so I'm going to hold on to this so tight. But understand, you also leave yourself stuck in that position when you are holding on to something so tightly that you already have. that tells the universe that you don't believe that whatever's meant for you will never pass you by. You're living in scarcity. So I feel like you've been living in worry and in scarcity as it pertains to love. The thing is that love is going fine. There's romance coming. Things are going to start moving forward. I think it's going to work out for you in the end, but I think that you're squandering a lot of time worrying about things that have not happened yet. The Knight of Swords is here. Things that have not happened yet. But I think that things are about to, there's about to be some quick healing coming up here for you, and you're about to catch some balance, and you are in the Nine of Pentacles. And it feels as though you are standing in your power, and you're taking care of business, and you might even own a business, and there isn't really anything that you need for, but you are behind the fear wall. Yeah. It feels like you're right here behind the fear wall. Yeah, there we go. It's like you always live in sadness that there's going to be a judgment against you, or it's going to be a judgment that makes you sad in love. I feel like you're living in scarcity. Yeah, you're so worried about losing it that you really can't stay in the moment and really enjoy it for what it is. All right, what we got for Sagittarius, please? Okay, so it feels as though you've been in this position of worry for a while. We have the mice, and the mice are eating away at things, right? They're eating away at things that are rotting. And it even has a 7 of clubs on the bottom right-hand corner, which is the 7 of wands. When things get stagnant and you don't move them, let's just say we're looking at the back room of a restaurant, right? When you don't move your produce, and your food, when you don't move it, it's going to rot, and it's going to call in, pests. I feel like you've been sitting in this thought pattern for a while, feeling in lack, feeling like it's never coming, or feeling like you're asking for it over and over and over and over again when it's already here. Yeah, it's already here. I feel like you're living in this here, but it's already here is what I want to say. And that's, of course, not for all of you, as general readings aren't, right? Sometimes these readings are not going to resonate with you at all, even though they might resonate with you up to here. So we have card number 6 here. It feels like it's a tumultuous decision for you to just move forward and trust the universe. It almost feels as though King of Wands, bottom right-hand corner, you have this feeling of, I need to go after the thing that makes me passionate, or I need to get up and take action. I feel like you're fighting some sort of something inside here in the present moment that you sometimes you feel really good about a connection, and sometimes you're like, nah, this person's never coming back, I'm never seeing them again. But it feels like that you might be feeling that way because I think this relationship began or is primarily to do with physical connection. Yeah, and so that might be why you're holding on so tightly to the King of Wands, possibly because it's undecided, right? Sometimes, yeah, it's good. And then other times it's like, no, I can't do this. But I think soon in this moment, I feel is where you're going to make that decision. I feel that decision is coming up here for you to make. We have some very, very deep feelings that are in the future here. And it feels as though it's divine time for us to go deeper into our feelings. And so I feel that with the 4 of Pentacles here and not being able to make a decision, that this love is going to deepen when the decision happens. And it will. The decision will happen, whether that decision is yours or theirs. That decision will happen because the Wheel of Fortune is here. It's destiny. It's destiny for us to go deeper in our feelings, for us to go as deep as we can go. Yeah. Let's take a look here. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about the mice. What's eating at you here? Because something's eating at you. You're staying up all night. Like your sleep pattern is not as good as it should be, or as good as it has been in the past. We have the Three of Cups. So maybe you're not seeing this person. Maybe you haven't seen them in a while. It feels like we're all standing our ground on something here that's becoming kind of stagnant. So the decision, I believe, is that I feel like you're going to decide to lean in. Four of Wands. You're going to lean in and tell me about this Four of Pentacles. It's kind of irritating me just a little bit, the Four of Pentacles. Give me just a little bit of energy here. Eight of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Yeah, you know, it feels as though with the Four of Pentacles, you're worried this person's going to walk away or disconnect from you. You're working really hard on the connection and you're trying to keep communication open, but it feels as though the Four of Pentacles has you in the mind frame of this person's just going to cut me off. So it feels as though you keep telling the universe that you don't have the thing that you already have. You're living in scarcity. And the universe knows it. And you can say, no, I'm not living in scarcity, but you know, maybe you are and you just don't get it. Maybe you just keep asking and asking and asking. It's like when you're dating someone and that person, you maybe only see them once every couple of weeks, or maybe when they're not texting, you're like, come on, text me. Or when you're not in their present, come on, when can we be together? Like it just is a never ending of back and forth trying to make a decision because you're living in a bit of scarcity here. It's like you keep asking for whatever you already have over and over again. We have the Six of Swords. Okay, so we do move on from this energy, which is good. A decision is made. Six of Wands. Okay, so I feel like there is victory to be had here in the present moment. Now we're going into the future here, which I feel is important to talk about because we're moving on into our deep feelings, right? We've got depth and deep feelings that we're going to try and heal moving forward. It feels as though you could be dealing with someone who is an Aquarius. You could be dealing with Libra, Gemini. Tell me what the challenge is here, please. I think we're going to go into the extension. We're going to talk, I think, extensively about the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Cups. It feels like it's divine timing or destiny that these feelings get deeper here, that we heal some things and move on from feeling in this lack or insecurity of something that you think you're going to lose. The challenge is moving too quick with your soulmate, I feel. Pushing someone into, giving them expectations and kind of making someone feel guilty for not making enough conversation with you or not texting you every day or not seeing you, 4 times a week. If that's, I feel it's almost like a little bit of, it feels like a little bit of instability in the soulmate connection, because I feel like it's all about victory, right? It's all about, I need this now, I need this now, I need this now. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that, but we're going to talk about what's going on in the future here because we do have a Judgment card. So it could be that someone else is coming around. I think that you've been feeling bad. Maybe you haven't seen somebody in some time, maybe 4 or 5 months. With the Judgment card, it feels like you're going to get a second chance to see them. We'll talk about that in the extended. Also, we'll talk about the Page of Swords. It looks like someone's been watching you, and it might be someone that you have offered a cup to here, that someone that you may have offered a cup to that didn't take it seriously. You meant it seriously, but I do feel that this person now is watching you and feels like you are the 10 of Pentacles, that you are the person that is their person. We have the 5 of Pentacles here. Somebody is sad about how things turned out. Because they have a real depth of love for you. They wish to drop their burdens, but I think it's going to take a tower, to be honest. But we'll talk about that in the extension. If you would like to come to the extension with me, please look below. We still have to clarify this as well. And look below. It's the first link in the description. And I will be there if you would like to be there. I'm out for now. I love you guys. Thank you so much on all the ways you love me. If I didn't say it at the beginning, I think I did. And I'm going to go for now. And you will see me next week. Bye-bye.